Anybody have an airplane? How are we getting these drugs in our neighborhood?
He was back to coming to our neighborhood.
You know who's putting those drugs in our neighborhoods? The same ones that living in these fat houses up there on the hill somewhere, and they're putting you on the front line so you can sell for them. And you going to prison while he's still sitting up in his house, up on the hill. We on the front lines, and you know what we do? We put a big old medallion on our chest and let them know, hey, I'm right here. We go over in the hood and we ride in Porsches and Benzes over in the hood. You putting a target on your chest. Man, you can't afford that kind of stuff, but you want to roll over in the hood and let everybody know what you're doing. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So that's what we do. And I'm going to talk about this one. See, Dr. Carter G. Woodson taught me something, even though I never met him. It's called The Miseducation of the Negro. I'm going to share a quote with you in a few minutes. And that quote changed my life. Let's talk about unemployment. Black male college graduates are unemployed at double the rate of white males. These are college graduates. Can't get a job. I have one of my best friends couldn't get a job for 3 years. Married, has 4 kids. Black males in their 20s, we have 34% in prison and 30% working. And these stats came from the Morehouse Male Initiative, if you want to look them up. How many are going to prison? Somebody going, because this says right here, 1 in 3 black males born in this decade will spend time in prison. That means you got a 32% chance of going to jail. You feel that? And some of you don't even know, because you say you don't like to read and you don't like to write and you don't like to study. You're increasing your chances of going to prison. And then you want to go to prison and get 5 degrees. My brothers do that, man. Man, I done got 5 degrees. Man, you in prison for 100 years. What you gonna do with it? I got a buddy in jail doing 200 years right now. He's never getting out. 200. He got a double life sentence. Selling drugs, man. They give him more time for selling drugs than killing somebody. I know dudes who kill people and they out. So 32% chance of going to jail. We have over 1 million of us in prison. 29% of the black babies born last year, black male babies, will spend time in jail. That's sick. That's sick. Let's keep going. Highest rate of death. My best friend was murdered when I was 16. He was 15 years old. Black males ages 15 to 19, that's a dangerous age for you. Because you die for homicide at 46 times the rate of white males. 1 out of every 21 black males will be murdered. 1 out of every 21. Anybody know anybody in prison? Anybody know anybody been murdered? You see what I'm talking about? And most times when they're being murdered, it's us murdering each other. So don't point to, I know the Trayvon Martin case, I know we've been on that, but man, I know so many Trayvon Martins I can't even count. And most of them were killed by somebody that looked like them. Most of the guys I've been harassed by in my life look like me. They look like some white man. Yeah, white folks were scared to come in my neighborhood. There was guys that look like me. More black males are expected to die from gunfire than any soldier in Vietnam. Some of you, how many of you don't even know what Vietnam is? It's okay, raise your hand. How many of you never heard of Vietnam? Okay? So, ages 15 to 34, how many of you between the ages 15 and 34? Homicide is the leading cause of death. And lastly, we have the highest rate of high school and college dropout. Over 50% of our black males drop out of school nationally across the nation. Over 50%. Out of that 50% that drop out, 60% go to jail. So many of you want to be smart and want to play like you're smarter than your educators. I don't want to finish school. Well, you must want an invitation to go to prison. Because if you don't finish school, that's where you're going. You young men understand that? It's a trick. And we've been tricked to think that not getting your education is cool. We've been tricked, but I'm going to share that quote with you in a few minutes. 37% of black males that graduate from high school go to college. And this right here, no positive male role models at home. That's why I was sharing with you earlier. I said, who's teaching this? Here I am in my neighborhood, and the black males I seen in my neighborhood, the few I seen, were trying to screw every woman that they could. I'm talking to anybody? Black males in my neighborhood, the women were taking care of the household. Papa was a rolling stone, rolling from house to house. Women holding it down, women taking care of the kids, women working. You sitting at home all day. And I do workshops with young women. I said, stop letting these young men use you. Driving the gas out of your car all day, eating up all your food while you're at work. That's crazy. But living in a household without a male figure, black males 54%, Latinos 43%, and you see the white males. So are you a man or a boy? How many young men do we have in the room? Feel like they're a young man versus a young boy. What makes you a young man? Stand up. Why don't you stand up and tell us? Are you a man or a boy? Which one?
I'm a man.
Why?
Because I stayed in my hotel. I felt like a man. I have a job. I help my aunt out. I get paid like once a week. Like if I go to work with her. I have responsibilities. I have to take care of.
What's your responsibility?
My chores.
Your chores? Okay. And what's your state, your name, and where you from?
My name is Timothy Banks from Franklin Military, Richmond Public Schools.
Okay. All right. Give him a hand. Good. All right. Stand up. What makes you? You a man or a boy? Which one? Stand up and let us know.
Man.
Why?
Right around my whole hotel room, and I
You got your own hotel room that makes you a man?
And I get paid $20 every week. I cut this lady Stephanie grass every Friday.
All right. We still got grass cutters? All right, that's right there. How many y'all cut grass?
And I'm getting some job.
Okay. All right, give me a hand, man. What's up? Who else?
I'm a boy.
Okay, why? Stand up.
Cause I don't own my own house. I don't pay bills. And I can't just walk out the house like without asking or anything.
Might lose your head or something, huh? You like your head, don't you? Mama knock it off your block, won't she? Okay. Thank you, man. Give him a hand. I want you to pull out something to write with. Turn on the back of your page. Write down your definition of a man. We're going to do this real quick. I'm going to give you about 60 seconds to write down your definition of a man. We got some brothers in the room, some seasoned brothers. I see some gray around here. We're going to share their perspective. My definition of a man when I was 12 versus being 41 is different. Excuse me, stay away from your sister first, boy.
No.
Take your sister first, boy. You might lose a toe or something. I put my mom's purse on the floor one time by accident, boy. It's about killed me. I need 100% participation. What? You got your definition down? Who wants to share? Anyone want to share their definition? There's no wrong answers. Don't be looking off your friend's paper. We want your definition from your perspective. Go ahead, sir.
Financially responsible, accepting responsibility for their actions, stepping up to the challenge of daily life. Consistency. One that doesn't give in to peer pressure. He's a mentor. He knows his place in this community. Respects women. Respects himself. Know who he is.
It's real. You hit on all of them, didn't you? Anybody else? Stand up, son. We're going to get you ready to start presenting.
I put my definition of a